Hello friends and welcome to the JEE Mains Solutions discussion of September 2020 paper. Now let's discuss this paper. If you see the first question, it has been given that a system of equation which is x plus y plus z is equal to 2 we have been given, right? And we have been given 2x plus 4y minus z is equal to 6. Also we have 3x plus 2y plus lambda z is equal to mu, which has infinitely many solutions. If you just have a basic idea of how to solve this matrix equation, you can just solve this. It's a very simple one. So when you say infinitely many solutions, my dear students, what we have the determinant matrix. What we have, let me take it as coefficient matrix as A, that is this thing we are talking about. So this is nothing but we have 1, we have 1 here, right? Then we have 2, we have 4, we have minus 1 here, then we have 3, we have 2, and this is lambda. Now this has infinitely many solutions, that means this is coming out to be 0, right? So once you solve it, it's a very simple determinant equation. So lambda will come out as 9 upon 2. It's a simple calculation we have. Now once we get the value of lambda, basically we have to get the value of mu also. So that means what we have to do, just have a look at this part, see. So we can just simply substitute lambda here. So let me take this equation as equation number 1, and this is equation number 2, and this is equation number 3 we have, right? So that means if I substitute lambda here in the third equation, what we have been given 3x plus 2y plus lambda, that is 9 by 2, z is equal to mu we have, right? So that means we can just simply write it as 6x, this is 4y we have, right? And this is 9z, which is coming out to be twice mu. Now let me take this equation as equation number 4. Now it's a very interesting thing which comes your way now. How to go about the method, how to solve this question using these 3 equations, that is a very important thing. So what we have to do, let's do one thing. Let's multiply 1 with 8 and then we subtract the second equation. You can just have a look at this part, right? So what we get the same thing. We get 6x, right, plus 4y plus 9z is equal to we have 10, right? This is what you get. That means these are the 2 equations which are the same equations we have. So what we can do, we can just equate it. Let me take it as equation number 5. Right. So that means if we equate these 2 equations, what we get 2 mu is equal to 10. So mu is equal to we get 5. So mu is 5, lambda is 9 by 2. We substitute in all 4 cases and we get the 4 options to be the correct one, the 4th one, right? Now let me go to the next one. Again a very simple problem, a medium one. If the perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining the points P 1, 4 and Q K, 3. I think it's a straight problem we have. So let me just, so what we have, just have a look at this problem. So what we have been given a line here. So let me take the line here, right? And we have 2 points. So these are the 2 points we have, P 1, 4 and we have Q, this is K, 3, right? And we are talking about a perpendicular bisector. So if I talk about a perpendicular bisector, that means we are talking about this part. So this is the perpendicular bisector I am talking about, right? So obviously this will divide it into 2 equal parts, and this is the midpoint we are talking about, right? So that means if I am talking about this equation, so what we get? We should first of all understand this part. So this is a midpoint, so it's basically 1 plus k divided by 2 we have, and this is 4 plus 3 by 2, that is 7 by 2 we have, right? So that means if I talk about the slope of this, the slope of PQ, slope of PQ is how much? 3 minus 4 divided by k minus 1, right? So this is minus 1 upon k minus 1 we have. This is slope of PQ, isn't it? And also the slope of, if I talk about AM, this is coming out to be k minus 1, right? Negative reciprocal. right? So this is what you have. That means if I talk about the equation now, equation of AM, so equation of AM we have to find, right? So what is equation of AM? It is nothing but we have y minus 7 by 2 equals to, we have k minus 1, right? And this is x minus of, we have how much? 1 plus k divided by 2 we have, right? So this is the equation of the line we are talking about, the perpendicular bisector I am talking about. Now this has a y-intercept which is minus 4. So that means we have to take x is equal to 0 here, right? Once you take x is equal to 0, we have y minus 7 by 2, which is equal to how much? We have k minus 1, this is minus of 1 plus k divided by 2 we have. So y-intercept is 4. That means y-intercept can be taken as y is equal to 7 by 2. Let me take it inside. So this is coming out to be k minus 1, and this is minus 1 plus k divided by 2 we have. And this y is nothing but what we have. We have minus 4. Can you see that? So once you solve this part, we get k is equal to minus 4, right? So we have the option minus 4 as the right answer. So third option is correct. Now let's talk about question number 3. If some positive integer and the coefficients of 3 consecutive terms in the binomial expansion of 1 plus x raised to the power n plus 5 are in the ratio 5:10:14, then the largest coefficient in the expansion is what? It's a simple CBSE school level concept. So what you have to do? First of all, let's see what are the conditions which are given to us. Yes. So we can see here, this is the expansion we have 1 plus x raised to the power n plus 5, right? This has been given to us. And the term let us consider to be, which are consecutive, this is TR, TR plus 1, we have TR plus 2, right? This is what we have. Now if I talk about TR, so what we have TR upon TR plus 1. Can you see that? This is what we have, which is nothing but we have 5/10, right? This is what we have. Now if I talk about TR plus 1 divided by TR plus 2, which is nothing but we have 10/14, right? And this is coming out to be half. And this is coming out to be 5/7. Now when you say TR, yes, TR can be written as what? If we write the general term, generally how we write it? We write it in this way, TR minus 1 plus 1, right? This is how we write it, okay? Now this can be written as what? We have n plus 5 CR minus 1 divided by n plus 5, this is CR, right? Which is half we have, correct? Now here what we have n plus 5 again CR divided by n plus 5, this is CR plus 1, which is equal to 5/7, right? So these are the two forms we have. Now let's simplify these two expressions now, right? Once you simplify this, we get what? We get n minus 3r plus 6 is equal to 0, 1 point, and this is the next one is 5n minus 12r plus 18 is equal to 0, right? This is what we have. So once we solve it, what we get? We get n is equal to 6 and r is equal to 4. So this is a very simple calculation. We need to solve these two equations, right? Now you can see here we have n is equal to 6 and the terms 1 plus x raised to the power, what is n? N is 6, so 6 plus 5 is 11. So how many terms we have? We have 12 terms, right? So that means if I talk about the middle term, right? So what we have? We have 11C6. So the coefficient of the middle term will give us the final answer. That means this is coming out to be 462, right? So second option is the correct one, right?